what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Ethereum analysis video. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, starting off the charts nice and green.
Can you hear Sean smiling? Like, you can actually hear it in his voice. That's how happy he is. But no, I am happy too. I think a lot of people are, at least in the main Mango chat, I'm noticing that a lot of people are positioned for this Ethereum trade, so I think that's freaking absolutely spectacular. But guys, just look at this picture, and that's the thing. A lot of people, Sean, yesterday, they were worried about Ethereum. You know, they were positioned, yes, but they were worried. Did you notice that?
And that's fine. That's fine. Trading's not supposed to be comfortable every single time, right? There are those moments where you're on edge, you're wondering, hey, is this going to break down? Is this going to break down? And that's exactly where the Mango way steps in, right? We say, hey, step away from the charts, take it easy, do it stress-free, and do not act until you get that confirmation. I know there were a lot of people who were almost on the verge of losing position, and now, hey, they're glad they didn't. But I wanna start off this video by saying, guys, it's fine to be happy that you were able to hold on to position and you're doing the Mango way, etc., etc. But at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of excitement around, and this is exactly where you guys need to be a little bit more cautious, not just because there's excitement around, but there are a few things on the charts that say, hey, wait a minute, yes, we've done a couple of good things, right? Things are looking really good, right? I don't want to like trivialize it, but we're not there just yet, all right? We are still, Kush, at least through my perspective, I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but through my perspective, there are a couple of things that Ethereum needs to do to get me fully saying, yes, this is it. We are about to take off.
And what is that? What are the few things? Now I'm intrigued.
Well, are we going to start with my analysis, or do you want to give your thoughts first?
So we'll break this down. You know, we got to be organized as well, Sean. So, exactly. I mean, the thoughts, for those of you who did catch yesterday's Ethereum video, now, I think Sean and I actually, you know, I don't like usually patting ourselves on the back like that, but I thought that was one of my better Ethereum analysis videos. I think that was a splendid job there. And this is it's this scenario that we were talking about, right? And this is also where the entire thing of wait on candle close really comes to play. Because yes, people were worried because when we covered Ethereum yesterday, we were actually hovering underneath this region of, well, support at 1,228. And yeah, it was looking weak along those minor time frame consolidations. But this is exactly what happens. You see the candle close above your region of support. You know, you don't want to be losing your position on the intraday time frames, right? This is where waiting on candle body close really counts. Now, honestly, as far as the TA goes, nothing much has changed. I mean, I'm currently on the weekly time frame, Sean, just to let you know. The weekly time frame, we closed over that 1,228 region. Right?
Yep.
Now, the next point of resistance, honestly, for Ethereum only comes in at 1,380. Okay, but now the thing about this 1,380 region is that we only have one data point on the chart from historic price action to support it. Okay, so we have one at 1,380, but the next one that really comes in is going to be all the way up here at 1,000, I believe it's 590 something. Okay, now
what
that
chart
marks...
are you looking at, though? Are you looking at the Kraken chart?
I am looking at the Kraken chart, correct.
Yeah, so I recommend checking out Coinbase and Bitstamp as well, Krisha, because I believe Kraken was the only chart to get up that high.
Oh.
And that would be an outlier. So
okay, let's go and look at the Coinbase chart, okay, just to keep it nice and unbiased. Okay, there we go. Then the high, okay, on Coinbase at the very least comes in at 1,419.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have that little range that we're playing in right now. So yes, we could, if this rips further, if we see that bullish momentum really pick up, I think this is the range that Ethereum really starts oscillating in. Now, the thing is, as soon as that we take out that 1,500 region, Sean, it is price discovery for Ethereum. Yes. And this is one thing that I'd mentioned to Sean yesterday. I did not say it on video. It's that when Ethereum really starts picking up steam, okay, and this is something that we saw in the last bull market. When Ethereum begins to pick up steam, that volatility is intense.
Yeah. Trying to catch Ethereum once it takes off it can be painful if you're not in position, right? And people understand the pain of losing, but guys, the pain of missing out on a trade when you were in position for the trade can be just as brutal, if sometimes not more brutal, right? Because especially in cryptocurrency, yeah, you can take a loss sometimes that could really hurt, but the missed opportunities could be sometimes life changing. But hey, again, do not FOMO based on these thoughts. We always risk manage with our trades.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So before I get into, the lower time frames or anything else, I actually want to go ahead and look at the Mango dashboard, Sean, because yesterday the Mango dashboard, it painted a really cool picture for us there. So I'm going to get onto the Mango dashboard. I'm currently on that 2-day time frame for those of you who do have full access to it. 2-day time frame, and you can see ETHUSD gave us a long trend change that came in 21 days ago. Right, so for those of you who actually managed to catch this one, you're currently up 80.49%. But the most interesting thing, okay, that we caught yesterday was FBTC. Okay, this gave us a long trend change yesterday. All right.
Yep.
Now, if you caught that, you were up 4.94%, and we went over the FBTC chart yesterday, Sean, and is looking absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, the Mango dashboard has been pretty freaking spot on as far as Ethereum is concerned. Now, the trend is still long, so that's something to note. Okay.
Because the FBTC chart was short on the Mango dashboard for the longest freaking time, and we've been waiting for that one to flip.
Yes.
And it flipped just yesterday, right? So that was another big tip off for us. And yeah, there were a few other things. Kusha, like today, I want to share my chart as well. Whenever you're done with your high time frame analysis, I want to show a couple of things. So yeah, let's
do that. Then let's pan on to Sean's chart, because I mean, you guys have been pretty much looking at my chart, and you know exactly what it is that I'm looking at, right? As far as support and resistance goes. So let's go ahead and pan on over to Sean's chart. And okay, Sean, you're on whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. So they can see my screen right now.
Yes,
okay.
They can.
So yeah, guys, I keep my things, my analysis a lot simpler than Krisha does. I'm not as fancy as the pattern queen over here. And you guys know that I've been pushing the high time frames for a long time now. Even while I was on the beach on vacation, I would come on and every now and then remind you guys, hey guys, just watch the high time frame. Specifically, the 4-day time frame has been the Mango time frame, right? But at the same time, I don't want to spoon feed everything to you guys and make this a call channel, right? Over here, guys, Krisha, you may have missed this too, but the 4-day time frame, okay, on Ethereum, look at that candle close that we had on the last 4-day. Now we're currently about to close the next 4-day in around a day and a half. But the last 4-day candle was what gave me my tip off and allowed me to stay Mango throughout that consolidation, where a lot of people are feeling a little bit antsy on, right? They were like, is this going to break down? And in my mind, I was like, you know what, this could break down. We don't know what the charts are going to do. But based on what I'm seeing over here, I'd be going against everything I know and I teach if I freaking sell after we get a candle close like this. So that 4-day candle close, Kusha, was literally a bull flag break signal, like the initial signals of what may be coming in the near future. Now, when you go on over to the 2-day time frame, all right, you're going to see that we just got the 2-day candle close as well just this morning that you'd be looking for. We closed slightly above the candle close high, I believe. Again, all of this is so subtle, and Ethereum does this, right? It will either close slightly above or slightly under, giving you a tip off. And right over here, we're looking for candle close above 12,250. Sorry, 1,250, these big numbers, man. And we got the candle close at 1,260. Again, only around $10. Now, as soon as we got that candle close, the market participants were like, all right, cool. This is what we were looking for. The long positions were put in, and it floated price towards the high of this consolidation at around 1,350-ish, right? So, yes, we got the first good win, right? We got the 4-day candle close. We got the 2-day candle close. Now, Krisha, this 2-day, by the way, is looking freaking fantastic. It looks even like a stronger bull flag breakout, provided, Krisha, we get this 2-day confirmation over here, and even better if we take out the high. Now, I'm going to pan on over to the 4-day, right? I'm going to see how this cascades. The 4-day closed already, the previous 4-day candle that I was looking for. If the 2-day candle closes the way we want to, which is somewhere around here, the 4-day is also going to look like a bull flag breakout. Now you're seeing all the higher time frame consolidations have their breakouts. Now I want to go on over to the daily and show you guys, hey, this doesn't look as pretty, right? I'm just going to turn off all my indicators and just the horizontals. It did not look as pretty. Well, let's say you remove today's candle. It looked like, we still have some ways to go. And this is what I mean by, hey, stick to the higher time frames. You get a clearer read when it matters. You get less signals. You get less opportunities to trade, yes, but the trades you do get will be golden, right? And hey, it's more stress-free. So the daily, Krisha, did not look all that bad either, right? We were going sideways. Yesterday's daily candle close was pretty freaking good, but it was today, like how we opened up today, which was what set the tone for this push towards the upside. And that was because the 2-day candle confirmed on today's candle open. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that 2-day candle was very, very important.
Exactly. So I want to show you guys how the higher time frames are going to give you guys clear pictures, and the lower time frames to the mid time frames will kind of give you guys more opportunity, yes, but will make it more stressful. If you pan on over to the 4-hour, Krisha, right? I'm just going through all of this fast because I don't want to take away from your chart time.
No. Don't worry about that. So just because I mean, for those of you who want to see my chart and, the analysis that we came up with yesterday, I mean, there's not much that's different. Sean just has he's got a different approach to things. It's a lot more mango than mine, but you can definitely go and check the previous video. But Sean, I think what you're drilling down on right now, as far as Ethereum is concerned, on those even macro timeframes, I think that's all very important. That just goes to show how easy it can be to dissect the chart, especially in like a very cascading way.
Yes, exactly. So now I'm on the 4-hour time frame, Krisha, and I want to point out this rising channel that a lot of people probably were looking at, right? And that's completely fine. But when they look at a rising channel, even though we are always reinforcing the idea that, hey, until it breaks, it's not bearish. Until it breaks, it's not bearish. People can't help but feel bearish about it, because that's what has been brainwashed into our mindset in this space, right? That, hey, a rising channel, a rising wedge is bearish, and if it breaks down, you're going to lose money, blah, blah, blah. But until it breaks, it is still a trend that is going towards the upside, right?
Yes.
And you don't know when it's going to break. And the reason I went backwards like this, Krisha, and to all of you on YouTube, is to show you that usually a rising channel is literally one leg towards the upside, or one candle towards the upside on the higher time frames.
Yes.
So it's literally just a trend leg. And the reason a rising channel is bearish is because the trend breaks, or people call it bearish, is because the trend breaks and the trend now reverses. A channel breaking down is literally a trend reversal towards the downside. But until it actually reverses, you cannot fully get bearish. Now, what do I mean by there's still a few things to be done now with Ethereum? We did great. Ethereum, rather, has done great. We had this rising trend, right? The uptrend into the high of this consolidation. And now we're come up right against it. If we are to see a rejection and a break of this trend, this is where it needs to happen for the bears. The bears need to come in strong right over here at around 1350. Essentially, Krisha, putting in a double top and then cascading that into this trend breaking towards the downside, this channel breaking towards the downside, and then we get our move that everybody was scared of. Now they're excited, right? Now they're excited. They're like, this is it. We're going. This is where I say, guys, be cautious and watch. Yes, we're almost there, but be a little bit more cautious. This is the place where you do not want to be. Again, this is not financial advice, but I will not be adding any to my position over here. Okay. So yeah, those are my thoughts, Krisha.
Fair enough. But what? Okay, so those are your thoughts. But what is your let's say, what was my question for you? Yes. Do you think that, right now we're contesting that region of resistance overhead? Do you think, if you had to kind of place your bets, do you think we break?
I I don't I don't want to be, I don't want to come off as having a strong opinion when I don't, right? I don't want to be like the other YouTubers. These kind of things need some thought, and this is the way I'm looking at it, Krisha. When you switch on over to the 4-day and the 2-day, right, you're seeing that 4-hour consolidation high, right,
Mhm.
is lining up exactly with this wick high that I'm looking for on the 2-day and the 4-day to take out. If we even take out the wick over there, then I would say, you know what, I think we break. Until then, I don't want to have a strong opinion, because I don't want that to even reflect in how I trade. If I had a strong opinion on this, I would be putting on position, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like how when we came down on that dump over here, I had a strong opinion on the trend,
Yeah.
so I put on position on
Yeah.
that. Over here, I do not have a strong opinion. I'm looking for the break, and if we do break, I will act accordingly. But
So you're
until
waiting on
then,
the 4-day wick high to be taken out to really, be for a level of conviction to really enter in for you.
yes. So
Okay.
for me, it would be the combination of this 4-day candle closing. So we have 1 day, 21 hours to go with this high being taken out. The
Okay.
easiest trade is if we close the 4-day above that high. If we do that, yes, that's the easiest trade.
Okay. I think that's this is why Sean, he's like Super Mango. He keeps it very, very simple. Zoom out and simplify it all. Okay, so now bear with me. Before we get on to FBDC, I may have a bit more crunch to this ETHUSD analysis. So I don't usually do this, but let's all pan on over to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this may give us a hint. I'm not sure. Okay, a hint. So I'm actually going to now pan on over to my chart. And there we go. Sean, I've highlighted this beautiful, beautiful 1 hour symmetrical triangle that we have broken out of.
Ooh.
Now, this is something that we were looking at last night.
Yeah.
Right? And if you take the measured move, now I took the measured move of the symmetrical triangle, and it's taking Ethereum up to $1,393.
Ooh.
Effectively breaking that resistance bound. However, guys, this is all for fun right now, okay? What's important here, and this is something that we had mentioned in the beginning of this video, is candle body close is very important. That was my very first, very painful lesson in trading. Candle body close is very important.
Just wait for the candle body to close. Somebody from the Mango Seed program asked me, I'm not going to take names, unless he's okay with me sharing his name, but he asked me for some advice, and he's been very, very self-reflective recently. He's been taking down notes, and he's written down points for him to follow, and he asked me, do you have any more advice or tips for me to add to this list? And I said, yes. If you are struggling to stay in position, right, just to wait to, instead of just waiting for the candle close and adding that to your list, tell yourself, make it a little bit more precise in what you do, and say, I will not even look at the charts until I'm near the candle close, right? So if you're playing it on the 12-hour time frame, right, don't even look at the chart that you're trading until that 12-hour approaches, right? So around 15 minutes before the 12-hour closes, or perhaps 30 minutes maximum, do not even look at the chart, because you have no idea how much can change in even 30 minutes when trading cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I mean, like today was a good example, right? I'm pretty sure all of the action happened just before the daily could close. So there you go, guys. Just do not even look at the charts. That's why you keep it Mango. You wake up in the morning before you go to the beach, look at the charts, put on your positions, or get out of your positions, or do nothing, and then spend all day on the beach, and then done, right? Same thing, repeat, rinse, repeat tomorrow.
And that's that. So yeah, there's a lot of little itty bitty bits of wisdom that you can take from here. A lot of the mistakes that we made in the last bull market that we're trying to prevent you guys from making. And it's like in the tiniest details. Sorry, Sean, did you want to say something?
Yeah, is my chart still showing to?
It is not. Do you want me to pan on over?
No, it's fine. So if you do have that horizontal, Krisha, around 1350-ish, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You'll see that on the 1 hour time frame. We might be putting, I mean, we haven't even done it just yet, but what you could look for is a bull flag right over there, because the breakout of the symmetrical triangle is your impulsive leg, the pole of the flag. And now if we start putting in higher lows on the 1 hour time frame against that 1350 range, Krisha, that's going to be indicative to me of continuation and a break. And yeah, that's going to look good. That's a lot like we've talked about this, right? We talked about a formation falling onto support, or a formation going into resistance and flagging against it. That's exactly what this is. A rising channel going against resistance. And we know that recently in this bull market, these bearish, quote unquote, bearish patterns have been breaking towards the upside.
Yes, yes. And that also is another golden nugget. Take notes, guys. But yeah, no, this is what ETHUSD is doing, and I couldn't agree with you more, Sean. I think if we start flagging her, there's a good chance that we actually see continuation, getting all the way up to that next point of resistance for Ethereum. Now, I'm going to quickly pan on over to ETHBTC, because I still believe that ETHBTC is looking absolutely fabulous. Now, before we dissect this chart, I mean, you guys can already see there's quite a bit on here, but this is something that I usually start off with, by telling you guys, is that to really determine whether an underlying asset, especially in the crypto space, is in a bull cycle, that basically that crypto against USD is very important to look at, because that is going to be the chart that tells you whether or not it is in a bull market. Yep. Okay, now we just looked at ETHUSD, especially on that weekly time frame. Allow me to pan on over again. You can see this absolutely amazing, fabulous uptrend that has been intact ever since March of last year. Okay, so yes, we are in a bull trend. Now, ETHBTC, what this chart essentially tells you is that, hey, between Ethereum and BTC, which one is the stronger hold? Which one is the stronger trending asset?
Yes.
Okay. Now, all this while, we've all seen Bitcoin just rip. It's been absolutely fabulous in terms of price action, not giving anyone a chance. That's how fabulous it's been. But what's happening right here with Ethereum's on the ETHBTC chart, now this is something that I had brought up yesterday, is that I was looking at this macro trend line on the weekly time frame, right, marking the tops of ETHBTC. And as you can see here, we got that confirmed break on the week of 4th of Jan. I'm going to go ahead and switch on my Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, and this is something that I use for confirmation. Sean, we are still hovering over the Tenkin, the 20, and that beautiful, beautiful diagonal. And as you can see, we found 2 confirmations over all 3 regions, and now we're seeing continuation. And now, Sean, this is where it all gets very interesting for Ethereum. I want you to zoom out on that weekly and look at the region of resistance that we are now contesting.
Yes. So this is exactly, Krisha, what we were talking about yesterday, right? In yesterday's video, we talked about how this bull flag region, or previously the failed bull flag breakout, where we put in the wick high, wick low, and then just gave it all back up because Bitcoin pretty much went on its run. We're back in that zone. We're back contesting that zone. And Ethereum has a history of doing this, putting in a flag, not continuing, and then breaking down, getting back into the zone, and then breaking up. So will it do it again? This is it. Like, this is going to be the interesting level to watch Ethereum for, because after that, the edge-to-edge trade is on the books, Krisha.
Yeah, and it's going to be big. Like, what is this edge to just from where price is at right now? And when we say edge-to-edge, Sean and I, we're referring to the cloud. We're referring to a trade from one edge of the cloud, okay, to the other edge of the cloud. Now, if you just have to look, now we've already, we've made a significant sort of move to, well, the midpoint within the cloud. But if you're looking at price from where it's at right now to the other side, that's a good 40%. 40%. But now the thing is that one thing that cannot be just ignored is that we are up against a very, very strong historic resistance. Okay, now the last time we really lived over this region was only here. Okay, this was September 2018. We had one blow off top right here that I'm looking at that as a fake out. And this is also another reason, Sean, I'm looking at the candles of 31st December, where we actually managed to get over that point of resistance. but the very next weekly candle we closed significantly under, and that was a bearish engulfing candle.
Okay.
Do you see that?
I have that level marked out though, Krisha. To me, just to be safe, right? My
Okay.
horizontal is right over there at 0.38ish, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I have it marked out as a zone, just to keep things simple and easy, right? Because think about it, it's still a huge move if you take your trade above those candles as well. But I completely see your point on negating that because it was a fake out, and yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah. So, watch out for these little sort of, I'm not going to say they're little intricacies because this is on the macro time frame, so these are all pretty damn significant. But watch out for how price reacts relative to these points of resistance overhead, because this is going to dictate what really happens, even in terms of Bitcoin's price action. Because yes, the thing is that this can also take a pullback if Bitcoin decides to rip from here.
So those of you who are in the Mango C program and have watched the Ichimoku module, you guys have a deeper understanding now of what the Kumo means, right? What all of this exactly means. And with that, you guys can actually get a firmer understanding and bias as to whether or not, right, what the Ichimoku is telling you right now is indicating that we break this resistance, or is it going to take some time? So just go ahead and reflect. These are the moments, guys. I don't want to spoon feed things to you guys, right? Because then what's the point? I want you guys to use the theory, provide you guys to reflect on the charts and come up with your analysis, struggle a little bit. Because if you do struggle and then figure it out, the next time you look at this, right, it won't be that much of a struggle and it'll come easier. And each time it comes easier and more intuitive to you.
Yes, absolutely. That's good advice. But yeah, I mean, this is all I have for Ethereum. I don't want to be dissecting this on any of the lower time frames because right now the macro is going to paint the picture, of course. For FBDC, for any Bitcoin pairing, I feel like those macro time frames, that's the one that's going to paint the picture, because essentially what we're looking for in a bull market, we're looking for those nice, beautiful trends to be established.
Yeah.
Right? At least that's that's the Mango way of doing things.
Yep.
Keeping it nice and stress-free. But yeah, I mean, this is all I have. Sean, do you have any final notes?
Just one little follow-up on something we discussed, I think, around last week. If you switch on over to your daily and you still have your Ichimoku on, we're beginning to see what I wanted, right?
Wow.
So we discussed this last week. So the first thing I want, Krisha, I'm not sure whether you have a fresh chart, but...
Would you like me to pan it over to your chart, Sean?
Okay, I'll go ahead and put on a fresh chart then, because my chart's pretty messy too. Yeah, go ahead and pan on.
Okay, let's do that. Over to Sean's chart. I like this. Oh, look at that.
All right. So we were looking for a couple of things, right? We're looking for the Tenkan and the Kijun to start moving aggressively towards the upside. It's not done that just yet, but now it's into the cloud and it's beginning to move towards the upside. The 21 EMA slope is aggressive too. The 200 moving average stopped being as flat and prices moved away from it. Before, price was moving into or around the 200 moving average. More importantly, guys, we have the Kumo break. 2 candle closes above, retested yesterday. That was the perfect trade opportunity, by the way. And now we're seeing continuation. The big thing for me, though, is this horizontal level over here. Essentially, you're going to be looking at this area of your Kijun. Okay, you're going to be marking it right over there. And I was looking for that. I was looking for that as the first big sign that this might be looking for continuation all the way back up to 0.004. And that is the big level for me after this level. So if we close, though, Krisha, we haven't closed this level yet, but I'm going to wager that we do based on everything else that I'm seeing. If we close this daily candle over here, I think we're going to make our way all the way up to 0.04 based on what the daily is telling us. Cloud 2, Krisha, has now today flipped green, right? But again, this is still, everything is a little bit still premature over here, because until we see price living above 0.035, and I want to see the cloud angling towards the upside, kind of like how it was doing in this region over here all the way back in the first couple of weeks of August.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a flat cloud with price getting closer towards it, is what I'm trying to say.
This is looking really good though right now. I think this definitely has a chance to go all the way up to that 0.034 sat region that you've been eyeing. And we take that out, guys. Buckle in. Buckle in, guys.
The thing is, we are at that point where things can turn to the other way very quickly too. We haven't closed the daily yet. This daily candle hasn't closed. We haven't closed the 4-day on the USD pairing, where we've not taken on the high yet. The 2-day confirmation hasn't come just yet. The 4-hour what was it? The 4-hour channel. Let me just go ahead and the 4-hour rising channel against resistance is still to be contended with. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm extremely optimistic based on everything. In fact, based on what you showed on the 1 hour, Krisha, this does look like the classic structure where we have the 1 hour break out of symmetrical triangle into a bull flag like consolidation and then continuation. But we just have to wait a little bit more, guys. Just a little bit more before you guys get a little bit too excited and start adding on to your positions. You guys gotta, make sure you take care of those emotions, right? Keep them a little bit more suppressed until we actually get the break.
Yeah.
Because you're going to end up buying into positions that you shouldn't be.
I agree. Man, there have been just so many developments on many of the charts right now, Sean. I'm not sure if you did any of the preliminary analysis this morning, but this is, guys, things are about to get very, very interesting. Okay, now I don't want to jump the gun here. We are going to be doing a live stream today, Sean?
Yes, we are.
Okay, brilliant. So we will catch you guys in the live stream, and we will unwrap the entire crypto space, the entire crypto market. We'll be taking all coin suggestions and, giving you guys bits of golden trading wisdom that we have managed to amass throughout all these years of trading. Okay, so definitely make sure to catch that live stream. Now, I do not have any more thoughts for Ethereum. I think Ethereum is looking absolutely phenomenal here. Any more closing notes for you, Sean?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
Brilliant, guys. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.